Welcome back to the video. Today I just wanted to talk about how Texas' shift to the Democratic Party we could see Republican Party never winning in the history of the United States ever again. So let's go over this electoral map. This is using 2024 electoral votes. We're just gonna go over states that Republicans are most likely to carry, which will give them here 148 electoral votes, including Ohio and Iowa. Now, Democrats in this case would do the same, and they would carry 175 electoral votes, and then you have to add up these states with 203 electoral votes. So Texas has 41 electoral votes, so Texas has a huge impact. So if we give that, it's 189. But if we keep that away, because Texas is by far not a safe Democratic state. So 148 to 207. Now, this is really bad for the Republican Party, because if we look at the other states, we know that Democrats are going to pick up Nevada, Arizona. Let me just completely solidify these states. North Carolina and Minnesota and New Hampshire. Even if Republicans win the Rust Belt, win Maine, and win Florida and Texas, it's gone. But we're going to take this back for a moment. If we see Republicans winning, even if Republicans win Florida, even if Republicans win Minnesota, even if Republicans win Illinois, Democrats win Texas, it's over. Even if Republicans win New York. They win New York. But even if Republicans win a state like North Carolina back, which is slowly shifting to the left, if Republicans win a state like Arizona back, which is also shifting to the left, they would still lose. Colorado, they would still lose. Unless they win a state like New York back, they still need 15 electoral votes to give them the victory. Even a state like New Jersey wouldn't have the victory. So, why do I think this is bad in this Republican Party? Because as Texas shifts to the left, we just characterize this here, and we just characterize Florida as a swing state, give back Illinois, and then give back Minnesota. Already a victory for the Democratic Party. It's already a victory. You don't need Texas. Republicans win Texas and Florida, doesn't matter. Democrats still win. And we're not done yet. We're not done yet. What if Democrats win both? 342 electoral votes, and we didn't even mention Democrats winning Ohio, Iowa, and the whole Rust Belt. So really, we're looking at this sort of map when it comes to swing states. And this is a really bad map because Democrats win. I mean, we don't even have to go after swing states. Like, even if Republicans win all of these states, they win Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, they win Texas and Florida, Democrats still win with Georgia, with North Carolina, with Arizona, these states in the Sun Belt. And we didn't mention, if Texas goes blue, if Florida goes blue, and then we even talk about the Rust Belt going blue, Ohio and Iowa going blue. So the real point is here, let's just say Democrats don't need the Rust Belt. And Democrats don't need Florida, and they don't need Texas. Democrats don't need these states. Democrats only need, and I call this the Southern strategy, because it is the strategy for the Democratic Party. So if we look at this, you see Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona. Now, Democrats are going to picked up Arizona. It's a solid state. They picked up Georgia, and they're on their way to pick up North Carolina. If we remove that electoral vote, it would be a tie. But North Carolina is gaining electoral votes. So Democrats are winning this election without winning Pennsylvania, without winning Michigan, without winning Wisconsin, without winning Florida, and without winning Texas. The election is over because of Georgia, because of North Carolina, and because of Arizona, which have 44 electoral votes. They determine the election. If Republicans win those, it's over. And if Democrats win the Sun Belt, it's already over for the Republican Party. So if Democrats win the Rust Belt and the Republicans win the Sun Belt, Democrats win. If we switch, Democrats still win. So the whole point is Republicans are basically doomed to find a strategy unless they win the Sun Belt and a state in the Rust Belt, or the Rust Belt and the state in the Sun Belt, either Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, or, win all. So the problem with this is just, it's not going to happen so if we take away Texas here and we give Democrats these states, Democrats still win. And I do think Democrats will win these states too. And then Democrats win Texas. So this is going to be our new regular map. And we're going to make these swing states. So this is our new regular map. This is the map we're going to see. Because these are how trends are showing how states are going to shift to the left or right. We're not going to see Republicans carrying Texas. We might see Democrats carrying Florida. We might see even them carrying Ohio, Iowa, and the Rust Belt. So it's doomed for the Republican Party. And if you really don't believe me that Texas is going to go blue, and Texas is not a swing state, I'll show you right here. Texas is a swing state. So according to this margin, safe is 15, but I like to go for it as around 10 because I still think 10 is safe. So let's look at this. A 10% margin of victory is considered, to me, safe. I do still think that's safe. So that does mean Colorado should be safe. So let me pull this up. Okay, so likely is between 5 and 10. So just look at this. If we go back to the year 2000, we're going to click on Texas and we're going to go down here. Well, look at this. George Bush, 59.30%. Compared to, I'm trying to load the numbers here, 37%. So 37, 47, 57. If you do the math, that's 22%. If we go back, you see that really is 22%. 21.3%. Texas. Let's move to 2008. Roughly the same thing in 2004. It's 2008. We're going to click on Texas election. 55%, 12%. John McCain, 12%, 11.8. That's it, 11.8. It went from, in 8 years, it just went from 22 to 11.8. Okay, now it's solidified again. We're going to click on it. We're going to go down to Mitt Romney, 57, so 41. So if you do the math, that's about 16%. Let's go back, make sure. 15.8. Okay, well, that did rise a bit. But then you look, 2016, Clinton and Trump, you click, and we go down, and you look at this, 52 to 43. It's 9%. We go back, and look at this map, and we see 9%. Exactly. Just 9%. Unbelievable. And this year, 2020, we're going to click on Texas and we're going to go down. Less than 6%. 5.6%. That is really hard to think of. That means Texas is closer than states like Ohio. So Texas is 5.6. If you click on Ohio, it's 8 points. 8 points compared to 5.6. So Ohio is more red than Texas. But it hasn't always been that way. If you look back at 2000, like we said, Texas, we click on Texas and you go down to Texas, it's a 22% margin. What is Ohio? Saline's margin, 3.5%. Only 3.5%. Right here, 3.5%. And Texas is 22. Now Texas is 5 and Ohio's 8. So Ohio shifted to the right 5 points. Texas shifted to the left. Let me do the math here. 17 points. So we see the state of Texas going to the Democratic Party. And that just gives the Republican Party, if Republicans just win these states, and they win these states, and win this north area, look at this. There's no way to recover. Michigan's going to go blue. There's no way to recover this. Or Georgia and Arizona are going to go blue. Let me do this. It's no way to recover. Even if Republicans win here, they're going to lose North Carolina. They're losing to Texas. And they're going to go win Illinois. They're going to win Illinois. It's still gone. They're going to win Minnesota. Still gone. And we just add these back here. And then we don't even mention these states going to the Democratic Party. Florida going to the Democratic Party. Ohio. Iowa going to the Democratic Party. Flipping Missouri. Indiana. Massachusetts. I'm sorry. Yeah, and flipping, who knows, Montana. It's a point where Donald Trump is not going to carry more than 100 safe electoral votes. It's not going to happen. Kansas, it's not going to do it. He's not going to carry more than 100 safe electoral votes. So Democrats, it's a possibility to win by a landslide. And I think the only way that Republicans are actually going to hold on to this, to, these elections is you just have to win Texas. Because if you don't win Texas, then you're really in a bad situation where Democrats are carrying 235 electoral votes, they're carrying 139. That's really bad. And that's like, I should characterize Texas as safe because Democrats get to characterize California. But that's not true because Texas is not a safe state for the Republican Party. Texas is a swing state. And when Democrats come in, they win. Whether Republicans win any of these states, Democrats still win. Whether Republicans win, characterize South Carolina back. Democrats win Maine, done. Say Republicans win Maine, and Democrats take back, who knows, Arizona and Georgia, and North Carolina, and Florida. They have this. Even if Republicans, Illinois, Minnesota, you'll be even surprised if I add New York, they still lose. It's so surprising that if I add Oregon, Washington, Virginia, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, or not New Hampshire, they still lose. They still lose. So Democrats really don't even need Texas. But if they win it, it's one step closer to winning the election and preventing Republicans from ever winning the election. Because if you look at this map, and you think to yourself, okay, let's just characterize the Rust Belt, the Republican Party. Okay, well, Democrats win the southern areas, they win. And we characterize the Rust Belt. But we probably shouldn't. Or Ohio, or Iowa. And Kansas is not a safe state. South Carolina is not a safe state. Oh, Virginia, not even a Republican state. Montana is not a safe state. So it's like, where are we going here? Missouri isn't it? 96 electoral votes. So it's like these states are not even states that we're expecting Republicans to win the whole Rust Belt. Just like Trump did in 2016. But if you look at the 2016 map, you'll realize that these are not 2016 numbers, but we can kind of play the game out. You realize if, we're just going to characterize all these as safe states. Trump won Arizona, Georgia, and Florida, and North Carolina. But here's the thing. If we could do this, we could give, if you use electoral vote numbers, you can do the math. Or even if you can do the math and go on the 2016 electoral vote numbers, which is the same thing as 2020. And look at Texas. Hillary Clinton, without Texas, is at 230. Regularly, she's at 232. She wins Texas, it's 271. Period. It's gone. Trump wins Florida. Trump wins all these states. It's gone. So Republicans are now depending on Texas. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you guys for watching, and we will continue posting daily videos. Please leave a like, hit the bell button, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because I will be posting daily videos. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace.